Hi, I'm Paul Butler. I'm one of the client partners at New Leaf Training and Development. And I'm joined today by Lisa Barr, who is the Human Resources Specialist at Pasadena Federal Credit Union, an organization that I'm delighted to advise has been a client of ours for a number of years. And Lisa, the purpose of these Take Fives is to give people some practical help, provide some hope, and even sprinkle a little bit of humor. So I've just got that one question for you, which I'd love you to run with for about 4 minutes or so, because we do call them Take Five for a reason. So here's the question. What would you say, Lisa, that you're learning personally, professionally, even as an organization during these rather challenging days? And while you're at it, Lisa, tell us a little bit more about your work, what you do and who you serve. So over to you, Lisa, and just let me know when you're done.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for having me on here. I'm really excited for the opportunity, and I like watching all your other Take Fives. They've been great and really have helped me a lot personally. So thank you for doing this. I am a human resources specialist at Pasadena Federal Credit Union. We are actually celebrating our 85th anniversary this year. So we are quite well established in the community. We're a credit union, so we're a little bit different than a commercial bank. We are not for profit. So our members are basically part owners of the credit union. So we're usually able to pass any savings that we make over our operating expenses back to members in the form of lower rates on loans and better rates on their deposit accounts. So it's been a little bit challenging right now, with the pandemic and everything. We have limited lobby hours right now. So we've been trying to learn to adapt. So I would say my first big thing that I've learned is just to be adaptable. You never know what's going to, happen from day one to day two. Nobody expected a pandemic. So we're just trying to go with the flow. For the most part, we've stayed, working in the branch. Most of our employees are still here on site. We do have a couple employees that are working remotely. Our call center is working remotely right now. I'm working from home a couple days a week. But we're adapting to that because with those limited lobby hours, it's given us time to develop our staff more. We're taking that time and we're doing more training with them. The front line, we're working to get them, like right now we have a new accounts department, we have a teller line. We're getting everybody trained to be able to service the member organically. So when a member walks in, anyone that they see can help them with pretty much anything that they'd like to do. So that's given us a great opportunity to be able to do that, which we're really thankful for. Our members are adapting to it as well. They understand why we have limited lobby hours. We're able to focus more on the digital aspect and try to find ways for them to get service with us. So we're investing a lot in technology right now, upgrading our mobile banking, our remote deposit capture, so members can come in and they can do their banking from home if they can't get into the branch. Working on online applications and digital processes as much as we can. So that's been good. And members seem to like that too. For a while, it took us a while to get there, but we've upgraded a lot of technology and members are a lot of good feedback from them. So for me personally, adapting has been, I'd say in the last couple of years, a lot of our senior management has changed. We've had a lot of change here at the credit union with our management team and a lot of different new philosophies. We're kind of in a growth mode right now. So we're looking at expanding, opening new branches. So I have to adapt. I'm an HR department of one, so that can be challenging when I'm working on several different, administrative tasks, but still wanting to, help strategically as well. So that's definitely a challenge. Right now, I'm focusing mostly on kind of what the credit union is doing for our members, helping our employees digitally, making sure they can get the information for those employees that do work from home. It can be challenging for them. We want to make sure they feel connected. So I'm kind of updating our handbook, updating our benefits enrollment, kind of upgrading our internet so we can have a place where they can go to find everything. Everybody in the credit union can go and find that information in one spot. Several years, things were scattered on our, local drives, finding information. So we're really trying to streamline everything, making things more um, adaptable for digital signatures so we can communicate through email and through um, online channels. So definitely adaptability is big for me right now. The other thing I would say would be just the word grace has been sticking with me lately, having grace. We don't have the answers to this. Nobody has been through this before. Everything is new. Every day is new. You don't know what's going to happen.
Mm.
We have to give our staff grace and we have to give ourselves grace. Like I've noticed that sometimes I don't have the might not have the answer to something. I can't beat myself up over that. I have to know that I have resources. I can go to my HR groups. They've been a lifesaver to me. I've been able to really utilize a lot of my networking groups and my organizations that I belong to get information. So just reaching out to your peers, reaching out to your colleagues, or even family and friends to find out how are you handling this, because you may only have it once, and that's it. And you just have to know that you don't have to know the answer right now. You can get back to people if you need to check, with a coworker or a peer and find out how someone else handled something. It can help. So I would say that the word that I remember hearing used was space and grace. So allowing yourself that space to come up with an answer and giving yourself and your staff and your colleagues grace. And then I think the final thing I would say is just me keeping organized has been really a lifesaver, through this whole pandemic. I said I am an HR department of one, so I could be doing payroll one day, I could be doing benefits enrollment one day, I could be working, on several different things. I could be building a training program. It just like balancing around to different things could sometimes be challenging. So it's the 5 minute rule is like my mantra. I love that 5 minute rule. Like I try to come in and organize my day and say, okay, what can I get done in 5 minutes or less? Let me get those things out of the way right away if I can. I mean, it's not always going to happen, of course, but for the most part, I try to like just pound those things out, get those out of the way. And then that gives me time to have that space and to be able to think a little bit more strategically and think, okay, what can I do to help the staff today? Make their job easier and make their life better. So I would say those are the big things for me. Adaptability, making sure we digitalize as much stuff as we can, rolling with the punches, rolling with the changes of this time we're in right now. Grace, allowing yourself some time to just, you know, have that space to relax and to know that you don't have to have the answer. And then the 5 minute rule of being organized and prioritizing and allowing yourself more time to be creative and to develop and kind of learn as you go. I would say those are my biggest things. So hopefully that helps. And I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. Um, I, I love working here. I've been here 11 years now.
Mm.
So credit unions, are great, and I just hope that we can get back to a little bit of normalcy. But it's kind of given us a lot of opportunity to learn new things and to come up with new creative ideas. So I like that too, because I'm a creative person.
Well, Lisa, on behalf of everyone who watches these, and they've become immensely popular, thanks again for your insights, Lisa. And thank you for the great work that you're doing over at Pasadena Federal Credit Union, and specifically your function where you're helping people and organizations be their best. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Lisa, and thanks ever so much. Can I offer you a virtual high five?
High five. Thank you.